In today's episode of Spirit of Innovation, we explore how recent rainy weather has made a splash here in Riverside County.
Researchers claim that each year, billions of gallons of potential water supply are washed down the drain. What if there was a way to capture all of this stormwater?
Find out what you need to know about those higher gas and electric bills and what the new changes to solar policies mean for consumers.
We've set record-setting levels of demand in the western United States.
Food Corner is back with a visit to cottage tea parties in Temecula. Spirit's January guest host, Charity Prestafilippo, is the founder and president of nonprofit Charity for Charity, the organization responsible for fulfilling wishes for people in need. She is also the co-owner of 3 popular Temecula restaurants, as well as the Bar Next Door and Poggio Liano Winery and Vineyard. Stay with us as the Spirit of Innovation team and Charity bring you impactful and innovative need-to-know, did-you-know, and good-to-know local community news and information.
Welcome to Spirit of Innovation. Thanks for joining us. My name is Charity Prestafilippo, and I'm so excited to be here guest hosting January's Spirit of Innovation. This is an important month for me as we gear up for Charity for Charity's annual Stars of the Valley Golf and Gala fundraiser, which is happening the weekend of February 3rd. During the gala, we unveil how we will be fulfilling wishes for our charity's beneficiaries. It's a very special event, and I look forward to a great turnout, rain or shine. You can go to spiritofinnovation.org to get more information and buy tickets. Hope to see you there. Speaking of rain, here in Riverside County, when it rains, it pours, literally. Spirit of Innovation looks at how all this precipitation affects us.
After a dry summer of record-setting heat waves, Riverside County was surprisingly hit with a cold, wet winter. An estimated 32 trillion gallons of water fell over the Golden State from late December to mid-January, which begs the question, where did this rain come from and what's going to happen when the storm is gone?
California receives much of its annual precipitation from weather events known as atmospheric rivers, which are low-flowing streams of condensed water vapor. When atmospheric rivers reach the coast and move over mountain ranges, the water vapor rises and cools, resulting in the release of heavy precipitation.
Storms produced by atmospheric rivers provide much-needed moisture to our drought-laden land. But sometimes, too much at one time is not a good thing.
So stormwater runoff is basically any kind of precipitation or snowmelt that might land on a land surface and travel over the landscape into a stormwater channel or a stormwater pipe even. Stormwater itself is not a problem. It's actually very good, high quality water. Where the problem comes in is when that stormwater picks up some of the pollutants or the debris that's on the land surface or on an impervious surface.
When it rains in Riverside County, untreated stormwater flows into our local creeks and drains into our local rivers, such as the Santa Margarita and the Santa Ana, which ultimately discharge into the ocean.
Stormwater is a difficult area to manage because, especially in our region, is that we either have none or we have a lot. Instead of, say, like with a wastewater treatment plant where we would identify exactly what to do, what the chemistry should be, how much should flow, with stormwater, we manage it a little bit differently. We look at where those flows can be, and then the requirements are to prevent the pollution into those systems to the maximum extent practicable. A lot of times stormwater is used to recharge groundwater basins that are used for drinking water purposes. So we need to look at what pollutants could potentially be in that stormwater that could, when it does percolate or travel through the ground, enter into our drinking water system.
Runoff pollutants come from residential and industrial sources in the form of oil, grease, paint, pet waste, fertilizer, pesticides, and trash.
Researchers claim that each year, billions of gallons of potential water supply are washed down the drain. With longer dry periods and heavier rainfall events becoming more common, what if there was a way to capture all of this stormwater?
What we have in our areas, we have diversion ponds. They're often located off of the river system, and they're basically kind of low-lying areas with berms around them that will divert the flow of the river when it's at a flow that's manageable. And those basically take stormwater and hold it and allow it to recharge.
Stormwater capture, especially when done with green infrastructure such as diversion ponds, not only provides additional water supply, it also has the potential to provide benefits such as improved air quality, flood management, and restoring ecosystems.
Stormwater is just another essential part of the water portfolio that we have. And it is extremely valuable. And like I said, when it's coming down before it hits the surface, it's really high quality water. And so we want to capture as much as we can.
California's water story is complex and still being written. And as our understanding of this precious resource grows, it is apparent that our daily actions are the key to determining the next chapters of our story. Back to you in the studio.
The long-range weather forecast predicts little to no rain in the near future for most of Riverside County. But as we all know, that can change quickly, so don't put those umbrellas away just yet. Gas and electric bills are on the rise, making staying warm this winter a costly ordeal. Spirit of Innovation explores what's causing the unnatural increase in natural gas prices and takes a look at the new law that affects solar as well.
Natural gas prices have climbed to unusually high levels, leaving many consumers concerned about what the future holds for this energy resource.
Gas is, for the most part, a free market thing. It's a commodity, and so it is priced on the commodities market, and based on supply and demand, it can go up or down. That's why gas prices and your gas bill typically are really low when it comes to summertime, and much, much higher in the wintertime.
And what affects the price rates?
Truly supply and demand. This winter has been particularly tough. The western states have been hit by a series of very cold weather storms, and so to warm up, people have been using their heaters a lot. And we've set record-setting levels of demand in the western United States. We always get a bad winter on the East Coast, but to have a bad winter on both coasts is somewhat unusual. So we're seeing high consumption, and there's only so much gas being pumped out of the ground. You only have so many pipes, and it only produces so much.
Even if your home is completely powered by electricity, the price of natural gas directly affects your electric bill as well.
California, for the most part, gets its energy from only a few sources. Most of our energy comes from natural gas, some solar, some wind. Day in, day out, and at night, natural gas is what's used to power plants. And so if the natural gas powering those power plants goes up, so does the cost of creating electricity. And even our electricity rates will tend to go up. With these higher gas bills, there are several ways of saving. First off, let's start with conservation. Turn down the thermostat. Turn it down 3 to 5 degrees. You can turn down the temperature on your water heater. Most of us have a gas water heater. Turn down that temperature a little bit and you'll save some money. Also, prepping your house for weather, whether it's weather stripping or good insulation, that does matter.
Sounds like some good tips. So is there anything else out there that you want the residents of Riverside County to know about SoCalGas?
Well, I can't emphasize enough that when in doubt, go to SoCalGas.com. You can learn about where your bill is headed, sign up for that level pay program that really controls cash flow for you so that you're not paying a huge bill in winter and a little bitty bill in the summer, but balances that out throughout the month. There's also some programs that are offered that when you're ready for that new water heater or maybe replacing a thermostat or some other piece of equipment, visit the SoCalGas website, and under rebates, you can find some deals so that before you go to your home improvement store, you'll have a list of appliances that qualify for these rebates and save some bucks.
Changes are coming to solar customers too, with NEM 3.0 taking effect on April 14th. Here's what you need to know about this new law and how to make the most of it.
NEM 3.0 is actually the third iteration of net energy metering. And what that means is right now we're sitting on 2.0, which is more of a one-to-one relationship for the energy that you get. the credit you get for the energy you export to the grid. When you move to 3.0, it is the action in which the utility is actually giving you 75% reduction of all credits exported to the grid. So if you export $100 worth of credits to the grid, the utility is only effectively giving you $25 for it. Really, the two people it really affects is anybody that's been thinking about going solar for a while and just hasn't done it yet, and then anybody that has existing solar that's in need of some more. Both of you are going to need to look at really expanding and going solar prior to that cutoff date. Anybody that misses that cutoff window essentially is going to be forced to put the battery storage on the back end of every single array, because now it makes no sense to send that energy to the grid.
As we head into the future of energy, a solar plus storage system may be essential in reducing prices and ensuring secure access to renewable energy.
We're going to have new innovations because there's going to be so much money going into battery storage. So when there's a demand for it, we have new breakthroughs, and it's going to get better and cheaper.
With rising costs all over, it's more important than ever to make sure you're doing everything you can to conserve energy.
There's a lot to unpack with all these changes. Go to the Spirit of Innovation website and click on the relevant links to learn more. The beginning of a new year is a good time to reflect back while looking ahead at what's to come. In our Voice of Innovation segment, we check in on how new technology and AI are affecting Riverside County's job market and how the rollout of California's organic waste disposal law is going.
Organic waste buried in landfills emit methane, which contributes to global climate warming. In January 2022, California passed SB 183 and became the first state to mandate organic waste reduction. In February 2022, Spirit of Innovation explored what the passage of this law means for the state and Riverside County.
SB 1383 is the most significant waste reduction mandate to be adopted in California in the last 30 years. So it requires the state to reduce organic waste, which is your food waste, green waste, paper products, etc., by 75% by 2025.
The law requires residents to deposit organic waste into their green yard waste bins. Most waste management companies are not fining residents for non-compliance as of yet, but starting in 2024, the law requires jurisdictions to take enforcement measures. In the meantime, waste management companies like WM are implementing technology to ensure residents are separating their organics, recycling, and trash properly. WM's smart trucks are equipped with cameras to capture footage of trash bins as they're emptied. Some WM customers are already receiving notices of correction if they're not complying, with more residential notifications coming in the future. SB 183 also requires that businesses donate unused food to those in need. CR&R Environmental Services has partnered with community food rescue programs to keep edible food out of the recycle stream. One partner, Feeding America, Riverside and San Bernardino counties, distributes over 2.5 million pounds of food monthly. In 2018, the Brookings Institute reported that artificial intelligence could replace half the jobs done by humans in the trucking, food service, office support, and warehousing industries. 4 years later, we are seeing this type of technology advancing.
Trucking is an interesting industry to look at as far as replacement of people. Part of the reason why they're looking at going to self-driving trucks, for example, that would use some artificial intelligence is because there's not enough people going into trucking. And so people worry about those jobs being replaced, but they're not being replaced by humans either. There may not be enough people going into food service careers because they're not high-paying jobs. And so you're seeing more robots at counters to taking people's orders. So oftentimes when there's new technology like artificial intelligence, people worry about the displacement of jobs and how that might affect the economy. But usually what happens is there's a creation of new jobs around those technologies, new software programmers, new engineers, and new jobs that have to interface with that technology. And sometimes that means people do need to upskill their jobs. You might have a customer service position that's been interacting on a chat that now is being done by AI. And that person can still work in customer service, but might need to do that in a different way, augmented by artificial intelligence. Every time there's been a technological shift, people worry that the jobs are going to be eliminated, but that hasn't happened. The economy always continues to grow and add new jobs.
In Riverside County, there are plenty of jobs to go around.
Riverside County and the Inland Empire is one of the fastest growing regions in California and in the nation, and so we're seeing job growth in retail, hospitality, and in manufacturing and logistics and other areas as well. I would just encourage people to think always about upskilling their skills so that they can stay competitive and go into a career that's fulfilling for them.
You haven't seen the last on these topics? Keep an eye out for more updates in future episodes. For now, go to the Spirit of Innovation website to learn more about doing your own composting at home. California's state tourism branch designates January as Restaurant Month. As the co-owner of 3 Temecula restaurants, Gourmet Italia, Bottega Italia, and Spuntino Pizzeria, I might know a little something about this subject. It's a time when restaurants are encouraged to do promotions to bring in new customers. It's also a great reason to explore different culinary experiences. BJ Fazeli, the owner of Fazeli Cellars Winery and Baba June's Kitchen, is here to tell us more.
Pre-COVID, Restaurant Month was promoted quite widely, and you could actually notice it. Post-COVID, I think it's sort of relaxed a little bit, but Chamber is promoting it. We do normally do some extra promotion on the radio and social media. We do see quite a lot of people, especially during, if it's not raining as much. Like yesterday, the place was packed. Our place was packed. Each winery has got its own story. So each winery tries to cater if they have the catering facility. We initially decided to have food at the winery because it's really uncomfortable for someone to drink wine by itself. Wine is an experience that you need to gain with your company, with the ambiance, with the food, with the wine, and the whole thing comes together, and that's the experience. Temecula is a hidden gem, and I see more and more wineries, restaurants, movements, event centers that are coming to Temecula. In Old Town, we have over 200 eateries or restaurants or places that you can go and enjoy yourself. In the wine country, considering how vast and how large the area is, we only have 40 plus wineries. And the main plan for the wine country is to have far more than the 40 that is, or 40 plus that is already there. Winery owners or investors are coming to the wine country in Temecula, and Temecula has got a fantastic future. I'm very excited about it. Not only January is Restaurant Month, but it also happens to be National Tea Month. A perfect time for a spirit of innovation to visit restaurants offering high tea. Enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Annette. Welcome to Food Corner. I'm here at Cottage Tea Parties. I love pairing tea with little sandwiches. I'm here with the owner, Beverly Harmon. How long has Cottage Tea Parties been open?
We moved in May of 2019, so about 4 years.
What made you want to open the tea house?
I am a mom of 6, and I had 2 daughters, and it was important to me to celebrate my kids. So I wanted to provide a place where the moms or whoever is able to come to the party and enjoy and not be working. I felt like there's not enough avenues for girls to get this kind of experience of excellence and feel like they're a princess.
What kind of foods and desserts do you serve with the tea?
We have a 4-course tea right now. It starts with a seasonal fruit cup, and we have endless tea. We have over probably 100 different selections of tea. The tier is going to come loaded with our English scones, 3 tea-size sandwiches, and then the 3 mini desserts. This is the passion fruit that you ordered.
I love it.
Today we're having strawberries and whipped cream.
I love strawberries and whipped cream.
The scone, we're gonna twist it apart like that. And then we can also use our clotted cream and jam for it.
I like it.
Did you want cucumber?
Yes, please.
And tuna. And turkey.
Yum. My favorite one was the cucumbers and cream cheese sandwich. My favorite dessert was the little macaron. This one's very delicious, perfect texture. Would you like to share anything with us about your business?
We do so many more things besides just the tea parties. We do offer etiquette classes once a month, and that is actually my personal favorite.
I love visiting cottage tea parties, trying their food, Keep watching Spirit Innovation, where we'll be showing you more delicious restaurants in the future shows. If you have a place you want us to check out, let us know by posting on our social media. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Annette. It's nice to know of a local place to enjoy high tea. And good news, there are more unique restaurants coming our way soon. The city of Menifee is accepting applications for their new Unique Restaurant Entertainment Nightlife Concepts Grant, also known as the MENU Grant. The funding amounts range from $25,000 to $100,000 to go to businesses with the new concept and entertainment components. Now it's time for the Good to Know, where we share community events, heartwarming news, and general good to know topics and information. Here to get us started are SOI team members Aaron Perris and Tyler Perrone.
Thanks, Charity. If this episode's look at restaurants has whetted your appetite, you want to take a trip on the Menifee Taco Trail. Sign up for your free pass and then check in the participating restaurants. You win prizes after a certain number of check-ins. Can't beat that. If you're looking for some free family fun this Saturday, January 28th, you'll want to visit the Hidden Valley Nature Center in the city of Riverside. They're presenting the wonders of the watershed, where families can learn about the water, plants, insects, and aquatic life, as well as enjoy activities and a special presentation from the Aquarium of the Pacific's Aquarium on the Wheels.
Sometimes we just need to take a deep breath, and souldimension.org has you covered. Join their free online Joy of Breathing class on Wednesday, February 1st to experience the benefits of breathwork. Or how about relaxing with celestial gazing? In La Quinta, Friends of the Desert Mountain Volunteer Astronomers invite guests to night sky star observations on February 7th, where you can gaze at the moon, stars, and bright planets. Admission is free, although a $5 donation to their volunteer programs is greatly appreciated. Our community has a wide array of events to celebrate Black History this month. Start off on February 4th by attending the Taste of Soul and Black Business Expo at the Murrieta Community Center, where you can enjoy music, dancing, vendors, and so much more. Admission is free with RSVP. Is art something you enjoy? Then you should make your way to the Black History Expressions of Color and Brilliance exhibit in Palm Springs on Sunday, February 12th. Explore the art of 3 African-American artists on their journey to self-expression and mission to bring people together through art.
You can finish Black History Month with Black History Explosion taking place at the Wind of the Spirit Worship Center in the city of Riverside on February 25th. Enjoy step team performance, car showcase, food vendors, and more. Valentine's Day is almost here, and why not kick off the celebrating at the Moreno Valley Road Runners Club Valentine's Day Run. Join them in Perris on February 11th for the race or the family-friendly 5K and Kids 1 Mile Dash. On February 12th, you can take a tour of the Viva Sanctuary in Menifee during their Hearts and Horses Valentine's event. Meet rescued animals and enjoy a plant-based charcuterie spread and Valentine mocktails while supporting a good cause. Back to you, Charity.
Thank you, Aaron and Tyler. JDS Creative Academy's spring classes start this week. It's not too late to join in on the fun, and scholarships are available. Check this out. The Lion King is one of my favorite shows. You can also show off your creativity by submitting your digital work to DigiFest. Here's more. Get those submissions in now and plan on attending DigiFest April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, where you can enjoy A-list speakers, workshops, and entertainment. I hear they are making a big announcement of the speaker lineup on February 1st. Keep up with the excitement at digifesttemecula.org. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Spirit of Innovation. You can find Spirit of Innovation on Rivco TV, local Murrieta and Temecula stations, and live streamed on YouTube. Be sure to follow us on social media using the hashtag JDSFamily to keep up with everything that's happening here in the studio and in Riverside County. Don't miss the SOI training crew on radio station 1025 The Vine 7 days a week with the JDS Creative Academy Community Spotlight. You can also catch the SOI crew streaming live episodes of the SOI Update on YouTube and co-hosting our podcast, SOI Talk, anywhere you stream podcasts. Our next Spirit of Innovation episode drops February 23rd with a new special guest host. Who will it be? Tune in then to find out. Until then, SOI out.